The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are you looking for in this one from Mills?
Well, Kevin, when he's got the ball down on the low post, he has a huge variety of moves to choose from. So it's tough to defend him. He's got great footwork and finesse. Just figures out a way to get it done.
Steve, another signature part of his game is the way he runs the pick and roll. He gets so many easy baskets that way. It's a play they should run for him as often as they can.
Trading blows in that one. They did win by 3.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Now here is Martin. The dish to Peyton. Back to Martin. Number 44. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The visitors with the ball.
And I think they're probably still smarting from what happened a year ago when they were swept in the season series, losing both matchups.
Robinson passes to Tolbert. Here's Higgins. That's tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Tolbert from downtown. Shot is no good. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the visiting team's head coach. He knows they've got to really dig in defensively, facing a very talented offense. He said if you let them get going, they can run off a big lead and really put you behind the 8 ball. We've got to be disciplined, work together, and be prepared to make second, third, and fourth efforts. Whatever it takes to get a stop, that's what we'll have to do. Kevin, we'll see if they can get a win in this, their first matchup of the season.
All right, Doris, Stephen Clark, what's your take on Coach's strategy here?
Well, I think he's got the primary focus right where it should be, on aggressive defense, getting stops, and trying to seize control of this game at that end of the floor.
Well, another way to say it, guys, is fighting fire with fire. High-powered offense against high-powered, intense defense. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod, and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Now, here is Robinson. He had a 30-point outing the last game against...
Chipped in with a couple of blocks, too, so just giving you a hint of his potential impact at the defensive end. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. They set the pick. Doubled by Mills. Tolbert, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Martin. No luck. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Robinson dishes to Mills. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Mills. Free throws good for Mills. Here's Martin. Right now averaging 11 points a game. The feed to Payton. Back to Martin. Three-pointer. That's good. Martin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Robinson drives in. To the inside. Mills. Knocked away. Dishes to Payton. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Martin for 3. And it's Martin again missing.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Pass to Robinson. Payton kicks to Martin. Tolbert pulls it in.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Robinson passes to Mills. Shot clock at 5. Tolbert, covered by Martin. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Well, let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Martin the screen. Payton dishes to Martin. Here's Henderson. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And another skill that sets him apart, his success rate on catch and shoot jumpers. It's not every player that has such a great feel for that particular shot.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. They're just sitting one spot down, right on their heels. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Robinson kicks to Mills. Backs down. Poked loose. Robinson against Payton. That's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside, Martin. Number 44, covered by Mills. Martin, the pass to Peyton. Martin, the screen. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
So it's the visitors now. 7-point differential.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
Gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Passes it to McKinney. And the layup is good. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here is Riley, averaging 12 points a game.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
.156 left to play in the first quarter. Number 12. Dives for it. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. .127 left to play here in the first. Good!
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
In this first quarter, around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Doubled by Riley. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .109 left in the first quarter. Number 45. And the defense really pressing up on it. Made that a tough shot. Number 40. Sinks the triple.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Kicks to Griffin. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Griffin's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's the pick. Here's the three, and that one's good. He's got 6.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Deflects the pass. And they're on the break. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Number 12. Just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The home team up by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
He dishes it to Griffin. And that's good for 2. Griffin's got 5 points so far. Gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Harris outside. Six to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. He kicks it to Griffin. Takes the turnaround J. Shot is blocked. They retain possession.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Number 14. Now the pass to Riley. Second chance shot. No good. Being an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Harris. Number 12. And it's rejected. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Riley. Five on the clock. Knocks it loose. Here's Griffin. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
Come on, get up the three!
Harris outside. Clock at 6. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now. And the first one drops. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Number 45 leads him in there, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. Gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Pass to McKinney. And the home team has possession.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Number 40 off with the layup.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Number 45. Here's McKinney. Picked him clean. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Up the floor.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
No, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Five to shoot.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Number 45 on the money from 12 feet away.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points, really. Nobody paid him any mind there.
And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Passes to McKinney. Lots of room. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Six on the shot clock. Number 40. Number 44. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for him.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The pass to Higgins. Number 13, defended by McKinney. It's rebounded by McKinney. Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 on total.
Punches it down.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, kid.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Down low, and the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Thing in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. .116 left to play in the first half. Ball's not loose. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Being around 40% from the floor here.
Good D! Good D!
They set the pick. D2 from Robinson. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Robinson's got 6. Harris with it. He tries for 3. Gets it to go. Harris has got his second bucket. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Now Griffin. 5 points in the game. .36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shot from the wing. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Well, they were shooting well early on. I like their spacing and their offensive flow. I think they need to get back to that.
Here's Harris after the made shot from Robinson. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Number 10. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Eight seconds left in the first half of basketball. Higgins passes to Robinson. There's the triple. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. The home team up by 16. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
Saturday, the best day of the week. Let's make it even a little bit better with a halftime show. The home team is on a tear right now. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. On the other side, the away team not off to a great start. They've done a lackluster job boxing out for the defensive rebounds, getting run over inside. And to look at the games being played right now. It's even out there in the first quarter. Now we'll look at the games that have gone final. And to look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. Now let's get back over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of our crew as the second half gets underway.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Here's Martin after the made shot from Robinson. And the shot is good. Being at 46%, making some buckets. He feeds it to Mills. Number 35. Can't hit. Great D that time from Anderson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Martin's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And 12 points for Robinson.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Martin dishes to Payton. Back to Martin. Launches a 3. And it's Martin again missing. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Robinson passes to Tolbert. Poked away. He passes to Higgins. 6 to shoot. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And now a look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
So it's the visitors now. They trail by 14. Here's the block. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Feeds it to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Martin's got 8 points.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 12. Stolen by Martin. And here they come. And there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
You're weakness.
There's a good screen. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Payton, a terrific shot on a turnaround.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
And here is Robinson, averaging 19 points per contest. Now the dish to Mills. Off his leg, and they're saying he kicked the ball. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It'll really snowball on you.
Outside, Martin. Looking for Payton. He gets it there. Back to Martin. They set the screen from the arc. Robinson pulls it in.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the kick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Martin for three. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Robinson goes in. Pass to Tolbert. 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Tipped away. Here's Higgins, defended by Anderson. Tries to keep it alive. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. And the home team has possession. 22 is their biggest lead. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Back to Payton. Robinson on him. There's the feed to Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Outside Robinson. Covered by Payton. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often.
Now, they've had a lot of success from the free throw line, so I would look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Going a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Easy boys, come on!
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. Number 13. That 3 off the mark. Gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. just 5 to shoot. Number 25. And he hits the jump shot. He has 5. Gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Robinson. Reverses. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Number 12. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. So both teams making some changes here. And the first one at the line is good. Tolbert's checked in for Higgins. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Doubled by Mills. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Number 13. Rejected by Martin. That's good. 14 points for Robinson. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Number 25. They get the rebound. A solo fast break. Number 35. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Harris outside. Lock at 6. It's Martin on the wing. Dishes it to Robinson. Stolen by Martin. With 1 on the clock. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The home team up by 15. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And so here's the home team. 22 is their biggest lead. We've got Higgins. Robinson is out there at Tolbert, and it's Mills in at the 5. Harris, right side. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. Peyton, number 44. Up and in on the layup.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Robinson kicks to Mills. Back to Robinson. Pass to Higgins. Here's Tolbert, guarded by Harris. It's stolen by Martin. Martin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Martin's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. He made it work.
It did, yeah. And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They sure do. That's why boxing out is so important. Defensively, you can't just let a guy get to the rim and not put a body on him.
Just 4 to shoot. Tries a 3. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Payton. The 3. That's good.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Now, here is Robinson. Tolbert. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Inside, number 44. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Come on, you can hit this.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Well, they just can't seem to get it right from the line here. Yet they're still on top. But that poor free throw shooting could come back to haunt them.
Higgins passes to Mills. A fader. There's the bucket. Good.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Gets it to go.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Payton against Robinson. Tolbert, the pass to Higgins. Pass to Tolbert. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And that one falls for Tolbert.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
And so he hits both. Gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Martin kicks to Payton. Payton right side. No good off the front iron.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Robinson against Payton. The pass to Tolbert. From 8. Number 35. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Now here's Payton. He dishes it to Martin. From deep. Higgins grabs the board. Higgins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Robinson against Martin. from 11 feet away. No good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Got a piece of it. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Deep two from Anderson. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Robinson for three. And beyond the arc, and then some.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Martin against Tolbert. He kicks to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Stolen by Payton. Anderson dishes to Payton. And they double up Payton. Martin attacking. Payton outside. Shot clock at 5. Martin kicks to Payton. Takes for 3. Higgins grabs the board. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's the screen. He's against Martin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Down the first one. Both free throws good from Higgins. Gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And it's Martin penetrating. He feeds it to Payton. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Payton against Robinson. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Robinson against Martin. Doubled by Tolbert.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
.119 left here in the fourth quarter. And Anderson kicks to Harris. Back to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. That's good.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pass to Riley. Backs him down. Gets it to go. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harris outside. Clock at 6. Let's go. Drained for 2 points.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
To the middle. Here's Riley. Anderson with the block. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Here's Harris. And so they get the victory here at home. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.